Hey you guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk about some things that I added to my van after I got it to make it ready to go out on the road and to be working. So when you get the van, it basically has everything that you need, such as like the dryers, the vacuums, you've got the toolbox. I mean, you've obviously got to provide your shears and your clippers and your blades and all of those things, but for the most part, it does have everything you need. But there are some things that I added that I think make the van more comfortable to work in all day. So the first thing that I added is 2 trash cans. So I originally added the first one in the back. This I use to throw away like cotton balls, hair that was clogged in the drain, any miscellaneous trash that I have throughout the day, I throw in the back trash can. And originally I did not have a trash can up front in the cab, and I realized that there was a lot of times I would be driving and I would finish up eating something and I had nowhere to put my trash, and I have a little scavenging dog named Stevie Nicks that loves to steal trash, so I had nowhere to put it. So anyway, I immediately went out and bought another trash can. So I do recommend having 2, one up in the cab for stuff while you're driving and one in the back for the nasty kind of stuff that you throw away while you're grooming. So the next thing I have on my list are extension cords, or this is just cords in general, and these are the type of cords that I would recommend you have in your van. So first is extension cords. These I use to plug in like my clippers. I have my Dremel cords plugged in right here. I have my square reader plugged in. Anything little like that that doesn't tend to draw like too much power, I just hook up to my extension cord. Another type of cord that I think is really important to have in the van are iPhone cords. These are the only 2 I keep. I usually don't need to charge my phone while I'm in the back. Typically I get enough charge just charging it around, like when I'm up front and driving around town. So the van does come with 2 outlets to plug your phones into. This is the standard adapter now that is coming in with most iPhones. So the cord that you get with your iPhone now, you know, the ones that don't come with the wall block anymore, they fit right into the van. So it's super, super convenient. Whenever I got a new phone, I just brought my new phone cord out to the van and switched one that I'd had in the van and brought it back into my house. So I didn't have to worry about buying an extra block, whereas like a lot of people are having to do that now, and you have to get the special block because the old USB block doesn't work anymore. So anyway, it's just cool that, you know, I've got a use for these phone cords now. And then the last type of cord that I have on the list is bungee cords. A lot of us in the Humvee vans have something bungee corded under our tub. I personally have my clean towels and my shampoos bungee corded under my tub. And this just keeps it from sliding around while you're driving. So that's why I recommend that. The next thing I have on my list are storage containers. I already showed you guys the container that I have my clean towels and the shampoos in, but this is the storage container for my conditioner and also my laundry basket, which that is one thing that I've seen people say, like, you know, that they do like that Wagon Tails comes with a laundry basket, but also in the grand scheme of things, like, laundry baskets are very affordable, so just buy one that you like. I personally really like that little one from Target. I just like that it's small, it doesn't take up much space, and it holds a day's worth of towels very easily. So that's the one I have. Mine's pretty busted up, she's been through it, so I am in need of a new one, but I like the smaller size. The next thing on my list is like, it's a 2-parter, but I wanted to say I have extension cord on this list. Now, at least back when I got my van, they did go ahead and give you 1 extension cord, but I think it was 15 foot. So I went ahead and went out and bought an identical extension cord. So I have, I think, 30 feet of extension cord that I can plug up to my house. It's probably good to have a backup one in your van too. I should probably do that because you just never know when you might lose power at your client's house. So, you know, I'm going to put that on my list. Go buy extra extension cords. So I have the one at home, but like I said, it would not hurt to have backups in case you're out and about and your shit dies. You can plug into your client's house and power up to finish the dog. So yeah, maybe make sure you have like a good amount of extension cords. And crap, I should have looked up what voltage they are, because they're a little bit more powerful. You got to plug them in. I think you have to plug them into your laundry thing, but we'll get back to you on that one. I'm going to do some more dedicated videos directly into the Hanvey vans coming up. So we're going to save that one till then. We'll go into all that. We'll do a dedicated Hanvey video, and we'll go into like all the proper Hanvey stuff. Okay. So anyway, like I said, the extension cords are good to have. You should, like I said, you'll get one, but you should have extras. You should have more than I have even. Okay, so the next thing on my list is the 0G hose. I didn't know about this hose whenever I first got the van, and I happened to see somebody post about it right before winter the first year that I was in the van, and I was so glad because I didn't even think about like my hose freezing or like the water freezing in the hose or whatever happens that busts people's hose. I don't know, something bad happens. I don't even know what it is, but I saw people talking about it and I was like, I have a regular hose. So anyway, I went out and bought this hose. I don't remember how much it was. I don't think it wasn't obviously crazy expensive. I feel like if it was unreasonable expensive, then I would remember how much I spent on it. But I got it at Lowe's. I'm sure you could get it anywhere that sells garden hoses. And they had two different lengths. I'm pretty sure I got the longer one just to be safe. But yeah, it's nice, light, doesn't freeze. It's a good hose. I've seen a lot of mope groomers talking about that they have that hose. So I would definitely recommend getting one of those hoses for your van. So the last section on my list. Okay, so here's the thing. I wanted to make 5 points, but then I ended up like with like multiple things on each point. So I don't even know how many total things I have on my list. I don't know. There's quite a few. Hold on, let's see. We have 10 things. So it's actually a list of 10 things, not 5 that I would recommend. So maybe we'll have to change that in the title and say top 10 things I would recommend having in your van. Because there are things that make your life a lot easier. Okay, anyway, so moving on. The next thing that I have on the list are the table mats and floor mats. I don't have floor mats in my van, but I should. You really should have floor mats in your van. It's more comfortable to stand on, better for your back, all of those things. You really should have some sort of mats for you to stand on. Definitely recommend mats for the dogs to stand on, especially that tub mat. I would say if you can only get one mat, get the tub mat over the table mat, because the tub, when you do big dogs, it is so slick at the bottom. If you are on any sort of hill at all, your big dogs will not be able to comfortably just like stand in the tub. They're like slipping all over and then, you know, kind of freaking out more because they don't feel secure in the tub. So anyway, having that mat in there makes such a big difference. So definitely the tub mat, but I would also do the table mat too. I just did a product of the week, like a week or two ago, talking about the paw mats. So go check that out if you are interested in knowing more about the mats. But I definitely think that's something that every groomer should have, not even just mobiles. I think every groomer should have mats on their floor and on their table and in their tub. That's just me. So the next thing is a stool. Now, I don't personally have a stool in my van, but I probably should. I typically end up sitting on that little storage container thing, which I've been told is not meant to sit on, so don't sit on it, but I sit on it. So, yeah, get yourself a stool. And I know Jess Paparazzi Pets, I don't know what that was. I think I saw a bird fly past the window. I don't know. It was a ghost. Anyway, so I know Paparazzi has one, and she just puts hers under her bathtub. I have too much stuff under my bathtub, and I have too much stuff in my van to like consolidate and make room under my bathtub. So anyway, I don't have that, but some people will put it actually into the bathtub. You could do that. or maybe bungee cord it under the table. I don't know. I think a stool is a good idea especially if you are somebody that likes to sit while you're grooming. So potentially get a stool, but again, I don't have a stool. I kind of prefer to groom standing up, but I don't think it's as good on your body. I don't know though, because I feel like I'd be leaning, like I'd be like scrunched up. I don't know. It's 50-50, but you know, just an idea in case it hadn't crossed your mind. You should maybe look into a stool, or maybe not. Might not matter. You might be like me. You might like to stand. I don't know. But I've also, we don't need to go in. I was about to talk about like how I'm planning on maybe reorganizing my van in the future. It doesn't matter. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So anyway, yes, mat, stool, and the last thing that I wanted to touch on is the table divider. Now, there was some confusion that some groomers thought that this table divider comes with the van. It does not. I did buy mine separately. And I do think it is something that every groomer needs. Again, this is like something I would say everyone needs, not just mobile groomers. What it does is it keeps the little dogs from getting into like the back corner of your table where you're like having to like reach in and grab them and pull them towards you to do the haircut. It just makes them have to stand like right in front of you. So you get less hair on your clothes. It's less stress on your body because you're not leaning over to grab them. And it just makes it easier all around. You know how it is when you're just trying to cut one little spot and all of a sudden they scooch in the back corner and you're like, God damn it. Yeah. So anyway, get yourself a table divider. I definitely recommend trying them out, and like I said, they don't come in the van, so I would recommend picking one up, especially if you're a new van owner. If you're going to be going to Hanvey to get your new van, to pick it up, be like, hey, can I get a table divider while I'm here? I'm sure they will get you hooked up, because those table dividers are so good. Like, I would hate to groom without it at this point. I'm so used to having it. So yeah, table divider. Okay, so anyway, that's everything on my list. Hopefully that gave you guys some ideas if you're just picking up your van and you're like, what all do I need to get ready to go out on the road? Those are things that I noticed helped me a lot. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, so we're just gonna leave it at that. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some ideas on what you want to put in your van. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.